After issues on pit road for the number one Trackhouse Racing Chevy of Ross Chastain, they have seen two of their pit crew members suspended for the next 2 points races. They had a wheel that was left loose and detached from the vehicle. So crew members Josh Appleby and Kenneth Pozek will be suspended. There were no other penalties from the weekend, but for Chastain, outside of the Atlanta Motor Speedway race where he finished third, he finished 35th at COTA and finished 20th at Daytona to sit 20th in the point standings. But in terms of that, for Chastain, down a couple of pit road members will affect him these next 2 weeks, especially with Phoenix. They have limited pit stops and it's a interesting pit road. Vegas, you usually have green flag pit stops there, so that's an opportunity there. This article that appeared connects the stuff going on at COTA also with his recent run-in with Austin Hill at Atlanta in the O'Reilly series, talking about Chastain's driving style. Hill is one to talk about that, to be fair, but that's just the things he does. Austin Hill said Brian Blaney was quoted saying, "At the end of that race, I don't blame either of them for doing what they did. Austin has to throw the block and Ross is going to take the run. It's just part of it," and it kind of accumulated at this late run that came from Ross because it took him a long time to get there. If that run comes halfway down the backstretch, you don't see that. But he just came in at 3, and Ross is like, "Well, I got to take this somewhere." And Austin just like, I got to protect. Just two guys that came together. That's just part of racing. Which then opened the door for Sheldon Creed to get his first career Xfinity Series win. So for Ross Chastain, yes, not ideal start to the Cup Series season for him. Losing a couple pit road members, running a couple of O'Reilly Series races, and getting the ire of a driver who was suspended for right hooking another driver last year and has had very questionable driving standards over his entire career. But for Chastain and for the Trackhouse team, going to a track at Phoenix Raceway where they have won before, so an opportunity for them to right the ship this weekend. But for this and all news motorsports, keep on here with Motorsports Reports, and if you want to listen to more news information and picks, please listen to the Gripster podcast hosted by me, Phil, and also my co-host Josh on all podcast platforms.